felt wrong. I had a prayer with no reply, and tears I couldn't hide. But somewhere in the middle of my pain, mercy came running through the rain. What I thought would be the end of me became the place where grace set me free. I've seen the days when I could barely stand, but God reached down and held my hand. I've cried until there were no more tears. Still He stayed with me through all those years. Yeah, when fear told me you won't make it through, faith whispered God will carry you. I may not understand the road I'm on, but I can testify I'm still here, still strong. I should have lost my mind, I should have lost my way, but every time I fell, His mercy made a way. you're listening right now and you're wondering if God still remembers you, look back over your life. Look at every door He opened. Look at every danger He brought you through.